Select correct type and size of hand tool for work. We're going to cut this open and see if it actually works right now. That way we'll make sure to do this. Yes, it's here. Would I be allowed to do that in stores? Who knows? But I've begun befriending the local employees at my some of my stores around me. I brought the local cashier lady a few of those chocolates that Temezi got sent to me. Oh, nice. We have instructions inside. Okay, so I'm opening it up. We got these instrucciones. I'm going to make sure to keep these in a safe place. NXT is coming up, guys. Welcome, everybody on YouTube. Make sure you click like and click subscribe. Okay, I'm going to keep this box, too. And let's see. Detect. All right. Gotta figure out where. Okay, right here. Batteries. Oh, it takes this type of battery. Do I have one of these? I don't think I do. It takes this type right here. You guys know what I'm talking about? That kind? The kind where if you lick it, it like shocks your tongue. What are those called? I forget what those are called. Is it a B battery? 9 volt? Oh, 9 volt. Yeah, okay. There you go. I was like, is it a B battery? Carlton, what's up? Welcome. 9 volt. 9 volt. Yeah, I don't think I have one of those. I gotta try to remember all my electronics and see and remember if any of them came with this particular battery type. Mostly, I think it's just AA, AAA. And I do have some of those, like, watch batteries. Yeah, I don't think I have any. I'm gonna have to go find some. But luckily, I have some pretty cheap stores around me where I can get one or two maybe, and just to test it out to see if it's like working correctly, and then I can invest a little bit more money in like some higher quality batteries to keep it running. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks like a staple gun kinda. I like that it's black, so it's not like overly obvious. So maybe if they do allow me to take it in stores, I won't look like I'm running around with like a giant yellow road worker orange
it's delicious,
ridiculously bright green objects scanning through stuff. Oh my goodness. Radio, thank you so much, man. I'm gonna I gotta go to the post office tomorrow, so tomorrow I'll probably get it. I'm gonna put this rate. Where can I put this to where? Here, I'll be right back, guys. Christopher, welcome. I know where I can put it. Be right back. Thank you so much, Radio. Thank you for the hookup. I hope it wasn't too spendy. I was taught depending on weight, determine. Yeah, but it doesn't really do that. Pokemon got kind of wise to that by making it so that packs, now you get a reverse holo, you get a regular holo, you get another reverse holo. So like, plus you get the code card inside. So they kind of found a way around that. You can still do it, but it takes a long time. It would take you a long time, and that's probably something that a store would not really allow you to do on the fly. Yeah, they took a long time to ship it. Hey, better late than never. The last time I was in the store that had the sort of packs that this would work on, they only had a very few left though, so hopefully they get restocked. Tomorrow would be a really good day for them to get restocked as well. So we'll have to see. I'm about to watch NXT, Christopher. Yeah, me too. Me too, man. You and me. That's the objective here. All right, let's see. Is there anything that I've been thinking on watching? I think there is. I think there is. Radio, thank you so much, man. And thanks for keeping an eye on it. Having some patience. Gosh, I would play the 2K trailer right now, but I think we'll get got for that. I'd have to wait. But we do have Danhausen. He's the owner of Pro Wrestling Tees now. What? Let's find out about Danhausen real quick. That was a good episode of...
Switching tax services can be a drag. And
it was a good episode of NWA Power we just watched on my Twitch channel. And Kick. It's Danhausen. Alright, let's get this on the screen. I really do appreciate it, Radio. I'll make sure to get a battery and get it tested so we can know if it needs to possibly get returned or not. That way you don't have to worry about it. And that way we can get on our road to hooking it up and looking it up. Thank you so much, man. Radio with the hookup. Holla if you hear me. All right, what is Danhausen up to? Got T-minus about 4 minutes. He's Hannibal Lecter.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, we got some quality stuff to watch tonight, man. La 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 la.
Stop.
He just had a kid,
Hey, you.
little baby housing.
Why are you taped down?
What started to fall out? You haven't had me.
But you're... Why are you getting dragged like that?
Well, because I'm so rich. I was top 3.
I'm so rich.
Welcome Super Mario Dinosaurs.
It's cold outside.
I see
Anyway,
Penta,
well,
CM
so
Punk.
Top 3 pro wrestling tees. Salesman of the year again. So I'm very rich. So I decided to have one of my goons push me around from now on. Can't be using these legs. I gotta use them to wrestle. Gotta drop down to a knee, punch people in the groin sometime. I need to do a stance so I can curse. Get a witch. Oh, God.
So you're not dangerous.
Well, I am, but this has nothing to do with this. This is just
La,
a means
la,
of
la, la,
mobility
la,
and
la.
transportation. So, we are here.
They should have given me some batteries. Did they say it comes with batteries?
Now, what is this, 4th year in a row?
Because now you know.
2,100.
Now we know.
Ryan's out of here. I
If it
fired
was
him.
supposed to say
I
it, then
noticed
yeah,
he's
they
not
needed to be
here
hooking it
today
up.
'cause I kicked him out.
Snipes, welcome, man. Almost time. NXT. NXT.
We'll be doing that.
Oh, I like that mural behind him. You see that? That looks awesome.
This is Cactus Jack for the Santa Claus. We're not having these in my pro wrestling tee store. I like him though. Who else is here? Is that Aleister Black? We got him. Is that,
He called him Alistair.
Brian Danielson's? I don't know that. Where's the Danhausen mad ball? Huh? Coming soon, that's where. Boom! All right. Spoiler alert. What is this? What the hell is this? A hammer?
It's
See
a
that?
bottle opener.
Yeah, watch this. Groin! Kick to the groin.
What does it do? It detects metal.
Take care of this.
It's a metal wire and
Hey,
electricity
get rid
detector.
of all of this. These signs. It will say Danhausen Tees, retail store. And it will say t-shirts, hoodies, get rid of that, get rid of that. You can put everything else on there. We're going to do a bigger clearance.
Get rid of
All the
AEW.
Danhausen items that you're going to need.
Dro, welcome.
That'll be nice.
Guess the
Don't
cost
make
was
a mess of
cheap
my own
enough
store.
they did not want to give you batteries, yeah.
What is this? Is this for money?
Yes.
Collect all the extra money that's left here. Ryan has left.
That makes sense. Plus, it would keep the shipping costs down for them too, because of the weight and all that. It's probably you're probably right.
I want to wear that.
You can't.
I want to wear that.
This is my store. You tell me I can't, I'll have you fired.
Okay.
So anyways, until then, I will accept being able to wear that. Yeah, go get that for me. Where have I put this down? This is green screen.
I like that, dude.
Hit me surfing. Ooh, while my goon, he's gonna pull down this.
He can get me surfing. Ooh, while my goon pulls down the.
I need the goons to move this. Yes, good.
What's that? Legion of
Move
Doom?
that. What is that? A House of Black T-shirt? This one.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, sir. You did move up to promoted to pants shortly in the winter. All right. How does this?
Put it on.
Yes. New thing.
Dang, this is the upgrade I need for my my Danhausen outfit next year or this year.
Danhausen. I am the what is the manager called? General manager?
GM.
Yeah, who owns things? I own this.
Oh, it's autographed.
Oh yeah, the cream. We're gonna. This is Bret Hart. We'll have him at my store. All right. Anyways. Oh yeah. In front of the green screen surfing now, and I have this. Whoa! It's a tornado. I need twisters too. All right. Anyways.
All right, we're done. Danhausen, dude. He just had a kid, so congratulations to him on that. Let's get it. It's time for NXT. NXT. Let's find out what they have for us tonight.
If you need
super
health insurance,
super
now is your
stacked
time
fight
to
card,
enroll in
man.
coverage through Get Covered New Jersey. Quality, affordable.
Got
health
Femi
coverage
on the
with
Grayson
choice
Waller
of
effect. We have
and your budget.
Guilia and Bayley
Financial
teaming up
help
against
and many $10 a
Cora,
month
Jade, and
plans
Roxanne.
provide free
We
prescription,
have
coverage for prescriptions,
um,
emergency services, and more.
oh, Bianca, Belair, and Naomi are defending their women's tag team titles against the Meta 2. Let's go. Then. Now. Let's get it. Him and R-Truth would be super funny. Forever. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Finish him.
Welcome Ringmaster Mike Raw.
Babality. It's not an animality or a fatality. It's an animality this time. Or babality. Oh, I gotta update the title. Or not the title, but the... Ooh. Look at this. I didn't know they're gonna have a special special arena here.
When it comes to tonight, the NXT universe is on their feet already because they know that the newest members of Monday Night Raw are here as advertised. The self-proclaimed
There they are.
son of Atlanta,
Grayson Wallaby and Austin Theory.
They host NXT champion Oba Femi on a special Grayson Waller effect. Can't wait to see how the ruler handles the shenanigans. Also earlier today, the challengers arrived.
Hey, Ringmaster, thank you for reposting the tweet, man.
Careers as they're gonna go
I see you.
against Bianca Belair and Naomi. The WWE Women's Tag Team titles will be defended in our main event tonight as NXT takes center stage.
Thank you to Radio for the bits. Thank you, Robert Stone, as well. Look, and RKO CJ's at the top of the tree. It's like all the R's came together. Everybody's name who starts with an R is hooking me up. Did I see your dinner from last night? I don't think so, Super Mario. I don't remember seeing it. Oh, it's Giulia. We're starting with Giulia. Na 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 Giulia. We need a new Giulia.
WWE Universe, prepare to experience the beautiful madness. The NXT Women's Champion has taken center stage. Well, to that point, it's the first time, Corey, Giulia and Bayley.
Giulia. Here comes Giulia. Alright, we're getting this new Giulia here. Role model. Hit him with the beat. There we go. We got a new Guilia. You guys like the new picture? Let's get it.
This is Bayley's first match on NXT since 2020 when she was one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
La 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 la.
Stop talking.
La la la.
How much tonight means to her. How excited she is to be back where it all began. And it sounds like the NXT universe agrees. It's buzzing, man. It's buzzing.
Let's go. It was chicken and rice. Nice, man.
Booker, we're back in your old
No hot sauce?
many WCW events out here. You actually won your first WCW Tag Team titles right here in this building.
As well as I'm the king of WCW Saturday Night after
I'm the king of the WCW. Booker T's going off over here. I'm the king of WCW. Oh my God, man. It's Guilia and Bayley. They're the tag team that's going to take on the generation of Jade. Cora Day. Wait a minute. They got the mashup?
And their opponents, the team of Cora, Jade, and Roxanne Perez. I already know what Booker's going to say. I'm just going to come to you, Cora. There we go.
Stand up for greatness. NXT was one ticket away from a sellout. They should have just gave it away. That's what you can do. You can just say that you sold out and just distribute all the tickets. That's what a sellout's considered these days. If you distribute all the tickets, it's a sellout. Gilly, what's up, Gilly? Welcome. My hair is super fluffy tonight. My hair's trying to get on Monday Night Raw along with Fluffy. Look how fluffy my hair is. It's a fluff ball. You can't really see it that much, but it's there. Thank you again, Radio. I really appreciate it, man. I can't wait to test it out and show it with you guys.
GMV 7777M.
GMV, what's up, man? What jersey number is that? 8. This is when Williams was on a team. I don't know why my YouTube stream is not running smoothly. What the heck's going on here?
One step ahead, now looking for a submission. Booker, I can't. No cover here by Giulia. Another kick out. I can't necessarily disagree with your assessment.
What's going down here?
Draw attention. Wait, cover here again by Perez. Beautiful pinning combination. Countered into a submission. She counters. That being Giulia into a pin. Shoulder was up. Go ahead, Cora.
Hey, Radio, thank you for retweeting the tweet as well.
Just a few years back. Now, still known as Damage Control. Bayley pulled some of the top-tier superstars from NXT to bring them to Raw, to bring them to SmackDown. Bayley could be looking to build a new army.
Said TNA is in the same building. Make sure you guys click live if you're on YouTube because it looks like it had us drop a few frames or something. I don't know.
Come to the WWE and looking
I hope it works. Yeah, me too.
sounds like a path one of your prodigies followed.
Did I do that? Radio. Cora Jade gets the tag. Takes the tag, actually. She wants in. She wants to be toe-to-toe with Bayley, and she's getting her wish. Oh, and Cora's catching a beat down in the corner right now.
Talk about the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, once held by Bayley. Those titles will be on the line in
Uh-oh.
our main event.
Cora Jade is hurting for certain. Her back is getting jacked and cracked.
Big elbow to the spine.
Bayley with an elbow to the spine.
Up with a
Clothesline
clothesline.
takedown. Cover. Flowing offense from Bayley is claiming the early lead in this match, I would say.
Last year, very, very different game this year, but I promise you, Bayley had better only be thinking about the two women across the ring from her right now. Cora Jade and
No idea why it keeps buffering on me.
to the Royal Rumble. Cora Jade with a go behind, slithering like a snake in it.
You better stop that.
Bayley into her corner.
See that work right there? This is a different NXT than what Bayley is used to. Let me tell you right now, Bayley is the general in the middle of that square circle, but Roxanne Perez, she is truly the prodigy.
Alright, now Roxanne getting just taken care of by Bayley over here. Bayley is absolutely utilizing her skills to stay on top in this match.
Jade not going to like it because Bayley taking it right to her as well. Bayley waited for this moment 5 years to return to an NXT ring, and in comes her partner.
It's been 5 years since Bayley was in a NXT ring actually wrestling. Dang. Jeez, Giulia and Bayley are working together very well right now. Cora, Jade, and Roxanne have to put something together quickly, man. They're starting to fade, and the other team is looking way more crisp and way more cohesive. Okay. Roxanne's starting to fight back. Gravy. Corey Gravy. He calls him Gravy. Gravy. Uh-oh. Karaja Day off the top. Ooh, front flip senton takes down both Bayley and Giulia on the outside. I don't know what you're talking about, Mustafa. Please refer to me by my name or just don't call me anything. 'Cause I definitely don't want to be called that. Giulia reminds you of Candice LeRae? Said, I don't think she's half as talented as Asuka, Io, or Kairi Sane. I think she's just talented in a different way. I think that she's more akin to an Asuka. I think Io's more of a high flyer. Kairi Sane, same thing. So I think you probably just have to watch her mat-based wrestling. She's pretty clean. I just think maybe she lacks some of that that like flair, pizzazz to some of her offense, to where it's not anything to write home about, but it's really solid, and if she gets a chance to really flow with it, it's very impressive. But I think you gotta have an eye out for it. Yeah, Mustafa, like I said, just call me by my name or don't call me anything, man. I'm just gonna keep removing your messages until you comply. All right, this is a chat to have fun and hang out. It's not a chat to come in here and start trying to call me names and stuff.
Welcome, it is Mute 2.
Call me by my name or don't call me anything. Just talk to me about your opinions on the show, or let's just talk about NXT. Don't come in here calling me all kinds of weird stuff. Ryan, what's up, man? Ryan's in the house. WB's in the house. Oh, yeah. Look at this, man. Tag match to start the show. They brought the star power out, man. Bayley, Giulia, Roxanne, and Cora Jade? What? Commercial break, but in picture, Cora Jade is just handling Giulia right now. Putting her on the outside. Uh-oh. Oh, no, she stood her on the apron, and now she's just kneeing her in the chest. What? Giulia's so strong, she just moved her foot and made her face plant. Alright, man. We'll see ya. One and done, buddy. Khalid's a good kid. That's a nice little rhyme they got there.
I want you to come play for me. All-American. Sneak peek this Wednesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Look at Anderson, a kick out right into a right hand.
Oh, yeah. We're back to it.
This has been, and Corey have Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez lost themselves as we enter into the sold-out arena here in Atlanta.
Lost themselves? I think you're out of your mind, Vic. I think Roxanne Perez is the former NXT Women's Champion who wants to reach the top of the mountain again. Cora Jade is on the same type of journey.
Preach, Gravy.
Preach, Gravy.
Over right now. There is no smiling. There's no more joy from Perez, from Cora Jade.
Because
Roxanne
joy doesn't win titles, Vic.
Roxanne verbally sparred with Natalia.
Preach, Gravy.
Like a broken record. Bayley described
There we go. Now we should have a brief break from the nonsense.
It's both of them here and now, but look at Perez holding on. Bayley able to kick her way free. I think if anything, when Bayley looks at Roxanne Perez,
Dang, oh my goodness. Bayley got a foot to the face from Cora Jade and just collapsed on the apron. Ref can't see it. Ref's too, he's too focused on Giulia. Bayley just got a beat down. The Bayley beat down. Oh, ref, you suck chance.
back in the wrong part of town here in this tag team matchup.
Gravy. Corey Graves. Cora Jade. It's close. I see why Booker could make that little mix up. Ethan Page wrestling tonight against Cedric Alexander. Nice. I'm down with that.
I'll mend the fences for you, Bookers. Roxanne Perez taking down her former role model.
Natural evolution of things. You look up
Roxanne with a running uppercut cracks the chin of Bayley.
Welcome, Legato Gelato.
I like how he's calling him Gravy. Expertise. Legato, what's up, man? Welcome.
mocking Bayley. And you bring up a great point, Corey, because it just proves how deep the NXT women's division has.
Dude, this is the best women's division outside of something like a Stardom or a Marigold or something like that. This is the best of the best here, man.
We don't want to play with somebody like Bayley because she's a pro.
And they even have some people from there, you know?
Circle, I give her that.
tag made. Cora Jade now legal for her team.
And they care about it. They actually put in the work. They give it the time. They tell the stories. They develop the characters. Oh my God, Roxanne with a springboard moonsault splash on Bayley. Bayley found a way to kick out of that, but jeez, man. Beautifully done, man. Roxanne's so smooth. And she was an absolute Iron Woman holding it down for the women's division recently. Your 2 Penta shirts will be delivered to my house between the 31st and February 6th. Oh, that's cool. You're getting them. So the 31st. Will that be in time for the Rumble, possibly?
And again, you talk about being friends. Book, it was Perez and Jade who are former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions.
I don't know what day the Rumble's on. I forgot.
And again, that's smart strategy. Corey, to your point earlier. Oh, wait a minute.
Bayley to belly.
Belly. How smart
Just slams Cora Jade.
so much taken out of Bayley.
Bayley with the incredible Bayley to belly. Between this Friday and next Thursday. I hope you get it on Friday, man, so you can wear it during the Rumble.
The NXT Women's Champion, Giulia, a little matrix, and she fires right back.
It's always fun to wear some wrestling gear while you're watching wrestling.
Giulia, who called her shot, said she needed to prove herself, prove her worth. She did that at New Year's Eve.
Ooh, come here.
You've been punched in the face during a game.
Guilia. What's this? Oh, hammerlock. Wow. Yeah, see, Giulia's got skills, man. It's just it's not as extravagant as some other wrestlers. It's just really solid.
Becoming the NXT Women's Champion, a goal that she's been working on for quite some time. Here we go.
Jeez, drop kick. That looked like it hurt Giulia as much as Roxanne. Roxanne's down, but not out. Kicks out of the 2. No 3. No trace, amigo. No trace, amiga. Oh, no. Cora Jade accidentally hit Roxanne. Giulia ducked under the incoming clothesline, and Roxanne ended up paying the price off of Giulia's incoming offense. But Roxanne's still there to save the matchup. Very nice. Uh-oh, it's a brawl now. Everyone's brawling. Bayley tossed to the outside. Roxanne tugged to the outside and thrown off the barricade and then comes down on the ring steps. Ooh, headbutts.
Jade is down. Is Jade out? Tag. And you've seen Bayley on SmackDown deliver this time and time again, Graves.
Bayley up top. Coming down. That's done. Cora Jade takes the pin. Bayley and Giulia get the win. Good stuff, man. Yeah, Alex, I don't want to know about it yet, man. I haven't watched any of that stuff. And a lot of that stuff's not overly confirmed yet as far as I'm concerned, because I want to hear it straight from the source. So thank you for trying to let me know, but I'm going to watch and cover all that stuff after the stream is over, after we're done with NXT. The bro model, I like that. Yeah, good match. That was a fun match. Bayley looking at that title. It's Eddie Thorpe.
I've been overlooked in NXT, but I chose to stand up, and I forced my way into the NXT Championship picture, and I proved that I belong.
Nice opening match, man.
My ancestors, a great responsibility of any man will exercise his mind with suffering, subject his muscles and his bones to hard work, and expose his body to hunger. Place obstacles in the paths of his deeds so as to stimulate his mind, harden his nature, and improve wherever he is lost. So you can try to write Eddie Thorpe off, but understand I didn't write back. My destiny will not be a matter of chance. I will make my mark in NXT, and NXT will understand that Eddie Thorpe cannot be broken.
Why is he still carrying around that strap? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Up next, Grayson Wallaby. Up next, Grayson Wallaby and Austin Theory with Oba Femi on the show. About to find out.
This April, Las Vegas has never had a show like this.
I wonder how crazy the pyro is going to be in on WrestleMania. What'd you guys think of that match? You think that was the right outcome?
What happens here becomes legendary. WrestleMania from Las
Yeah, 110 grams, not including battery. Technical data, it says here. Oh, I'm gonna absolutely have to run through these instructions because it tells you what like the modes are and how to adjust things. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. It's gonna be a fun stream though.
When your favorite Olive Garden dish went away, you had thoughts, lots of thoughts. So,
Who's B-Rad?
to solve your existential crisis, we're bringing back our
A-Town is standing still and watching wrestling pass them by. I absolutely agree.
stuffed chicken marsalas back.
It has modes, yeah. It has wire, it has metal.
Dream about manicotti while eating manicotti. Here for
Okay, it has straight up metal detection. It has wire and power detection, so it'll detect wires and electricity. And it has AC voltage. Wait. Yeah. And the tests are safe, so I don't have to worry about it electrocuting me. There's two different detect modes, and there's an adjustment to like finely adjust it to make it more or less sensitive.
What about these?
Can I see the bones in your hand? I don't think so, unless you're Wolverine
Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
or X-23.
For those 50 and up, get 2 unlimited lines.
Then probably.
$10 each. That's just $60 a month.
Or if you have like a plate, if you have like a metal plate in your bone.
Average satisfaction.
Not getting electrocuted is a good thing, yeah.
Free when you switch.
Although just seeing that 9-volt battery plug-in makes me remember licking those batteries. I didn't do it a whole lot, but when I did, I preferred Dos Equis. I absolutely prefer Dos Equis over licking a 9-volt battery.
What is this? I multiply my winnings 50 times by playing the new bonus 50x scratch-off game. So, I built a time machine to multiply the feeling of winning over and over again. What?
I watched this guy and he did a experiment actually about what you would earn more money off of, and it was between opening 11 packs of Pokemon or doing 11 scratch offs, and he made like 140 times his investment off of the lottery tickets. So I think lottery tickets won. Might have to get some more scratchers sometime soon, but with this tool we'll be able to profit double time because we'll be able to tell which packs actually have good stuff in them. So maybe we can make it 200% profit, 300% profit. It's a commercial break right now if you guys are wondering.
Life happens, we're here to find the right health insurance plan for you. Enrollment is now open at New York State of Health. With new cost savings starting in 2025, quality health insurance.
What are you guys most looking forward to tonight? I'm kind of most looking forward to this segment because I hope that it ends up in a 2-on-1 match with Femi and Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, but that would be the end of them. If they lose that match, I think that would be the end of their like, it better be the end of their friendship or maybe just the end of them in WWE altogether. I don't hope that they get fired, but I just see them doing like basically nothing with these guys. They missed the boat so much on capitalizing on these two guys. It's one of the worst piece of booking that I've seen from the new Triple H era is Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, especially Austin Theory. And I just think maybe they'd be better off elsewhere, maybe. I want the best for them, and I want to see them in a great light. I don't need to see them just doing stuff like this once every 2 months or something. I just feel like they have something that could be better utilized. And I hope they start doing it. Did they remix the theme? Sounds like they remixed the theme a little bit. It's Grayson Wallaby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, last night we were partying with Quavo and 2 Chainz. But tonight, the party continues.
They got him turned down. There we go.
Hey, ATL, because I can't spell the full word, but that's okay.
ATL because they can't spell the full word.
Everyone's talking about him. The WWE Universe is talking about him. The boys backstage keep talking about him. Let's meet him. He's the new NXT champion. He is the ruler. He is Oba.
I like how he says Oba. Woo. Woo. Bum bum. Woo. 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 Grayson Waller's dancing to it. Ooh, I like this jacket. Yo, he brought the Omos jacket back. We finally get the Omos jacket back in WWE. It took Oba to do it. He's got that bomber jacket. B-52 bomber. He's the one. Let's go. Do the dance, Dudley. Dudley's doing the steps.
Welcome,
Oba, Oba, Oba. Oh man, dog. Dang, Austin Theory doesn't even get a seat. So they're probably keeping some of the breakup story alive.
Just don't get too excited. You know, the fans of Atlanta aren't that smart. than 2 years on NXT, already the NXT champion. Never mind the fact you're the longest reigning North American champion in history. You must be used to having that championship on your shoulder, lad.
Oh no, yes I am. Very used to it. The NXT championship is exactly where it needs to be.
You guys want me to
Austin Theory.
Hey, this man right here started NXT at 24 years old, and ever since then, he has been taking over. Hey, which kind of reminds me of someone. But coming from the youngest United States champion of all time.
He's so buff.
Everyone in here, man, they see you as a main eventer on the main roster.
It's true, it's true.
But the thing is there's two guys right here that do not see that at all.
Oh.
So that's why you invited me here. You invite me on your show to tell me you don't see my potential.
Ooh.
That's very funny because I never saw either of you as NXT champion.
Oh. Talking trash. Uh-oh, it's triple T time.
None of you have ever been NXT champion. I think it's safe to say that in 2 years, I've accomplished more than the both of you in NXT combined.
Hey, don't get it twisted over, okay? I understand what you've done here. You've done a lot of things on NXT, but you're here tonight because I want to see it for myself. I want to know if the hype is real, yeah? Because there's levels to this game, and yeah, you're the NXT champion.
Are there palm trees in Australia?
8-town down under, standing on top of a ladder. WWE tag
Probably. I mean, we got palm trees
You're
here.
in the suite with your little NXT jacket on, sipping on a juice box, hoping, wishing, and praying that one day you'll do what we can do.
Juice box.
Hey, Oba, I want you to think about this one. When the ink was drying on your NXT contract, Austin Theory had already competed in 3 WrestleManias.
Dang.
Actually 4, but who's counting, you know? But let's talk about you, man. You went to a great high school. You had a full ride from Alabama, and now you are the NXT champion.
Ooh!
But me and Grayson Waller aren't in NXT. We're on Monday Night Raw. And when it comes to Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, that's the big leagues. And a guy like you, we've seen it a million times. A top draft pick, someone like you ends up in catering, and 6 months later, your ass is on the indies trying to sell T-shirts.
Oh.
But meanwhile, hey, hold on here. You guys ready? You guys ready? Here
Don't
it is.
turn on me! Hey! Don't turn on me, dude! Don't turn on me!
Didn't say you're a racist. Said turn on Grayson.
This is 8-town down under. We've traveled all around the world.
They said turn on Grayson, not you're a racist.
Unforgettable moments.
So you guys have all this talk about being champions and climbing the ladder at WrestleMania. But after everything is said and done, I don't see no titles.
I don't see no titles.
And that's your problem.
Welcome Anim.
I don't see the titles.
Where you are right now. Because of your big mouths, your lips, especially you, Waller,
Especially you, Waller.
Trying to write checks that your hands can't cash.
Yes, Wallaby. Grayson Wallaby.
Got
Anime, welcome.
in my mouth. I'm building a dynasty here. Brick by brick. Trust me, it will be built. But you know what? You like moments? You like PLEs? You like title opportunities? Here's one for you. 2 weeks. Washington, D.C. February 15th. Vengeance Day. Now the question is, which one of you will step up?
Welcome, Finish Viking 1.
Legato, that's a good idea, man.
But you gotta understand something, Oba. I've stood in front of the best. Cena,
Finish, welcome.
Rose, and I've never taken a step back. I want that NXT championship, lad. I want that. Let's do it. I'm not stressing it. Hey.
Wait a minute.
Hey, who's this?
Okay.
It's Ava. Ava the Brock Johnson.
Things get too out of hand. I just wanted to come out here to
Trick's getting mad. They're showing Trick in the back getting heated about this.
You don't make the matches around here. I do.
It's Ava the Rock Johnson. Here comes Trick Willie. Stomping out from backstage. Whoa, that Trick. I like it. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Tag team match, player, yeah. Trick taking out Grayson and Austin. Throw him out, throw him out. Oh my God, pop a power bomb. Oba slams Trick Williams. Ooh, 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 ooh.
And Trick Williams is supposed to compete against Wes Lee, not later tonight. Guys, he's supposed to compete against Wes Lee next.
Ooh. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, Trick is fighting Wes Lee tonight. That's the other thing I didn't say from the in my preview of
Nice to
NXT
meet you.
tonight.
Pando Gritto.
That was a really good way to go to commercial, but Trick Williams getting slammed before his match is kind of like, oh. All right, let's hope that we got enough going on here. You can tell his voice and actions are deeply annoyed by Booker. What? Really? I don't know about all that. Raw Apollo, what's up, man? Welcome.
My doctor said it could be because my antidepressant alone wasn't enough. So
Dang, we gotta clear everybody out of here. No person in this segment is actually part of this other than Trick Willie.
Was proven to significantly reduce depression symptoms more than an antidepressant alone.
So with my antidepressant, Rexulti could provide a boost.
Rexulti.
Elderly people with dementia
Grayson Wallaby.
increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicide.
I hope Oba Femi stays at ringside and joins commentary. I love hearing him talk. I just find it so fun. It's like I'm watching a Black Panther movie or something. And not Black Panther like Malcolm X type of stuff. Was he in the Black Panthers? I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. Like a Marvel Black Panther movie.
Increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
It's just entertaining to hear the difference in his cadence and presentation vocally. Watch the AEW close-up video with the Death Riders. Ah, I thought they put out a thing for the Hurt Syndicate today. Was it AEW? I feel like we gotta watch that one. I feel like what they should do is make the Hurt Syndicate, if they really want to save the Death Riders, they should make the Hurt Syndicate part of the whole takeover thing, but they're just like another branch of it. And that's who's like, that's why Moxley has been so like nebulous about what they're doing, because he's trying to see which way works better, you know, trying to prove something to people or just taking what they want, you know, and making people step up. I would like it if the Hurt Syndicate is kind of like part of the Death Riders stuff, and without ruining it. Let it be the there's like a competition between the two of them, and one of them is gonna come out as the one who like did it the right way, and one of them's gonna be like the one who failed. Yeah, that was Hey EW. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but we got some really cool stuff to watch tonight, guys. Make sure you stick around after NXT. But yeah, Booker T and Corey Graves have a history of having weirdness on commentary, so I like it. I'm here for it, man. Especially since Booker T just wrestled a match, what, like 2 weeks ago, something like that. And Corey Graves, from what I've heard from him, he has a want to maybe wrestle again. I think that would be a cool match that people wouldn't expect. Could be fun. I'm all for people coming off this announce table and wrestling, man. I love it.
Welcome, Purple Skater.
Definitely a better understanding what they're attempting with the Death Riders. I just feel like something like that would be better served to just be on the show, though, you know, and like just spread it out. Maybe do like how long was that video, Raw Apollo? Quick question, what's up, yo? Purple Skater, welcome, man. Did you see the? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it, man. He did it. He did okay.
I'm sure you and everyone does want to know what's going on between me and Tony. But sorry to say, there's nothing
It's
going
Izzy
on.
Dane.
Honestly, me and Tony aren't even friends. We just share a common enemy in Sean Spears. Long story short, Tony came to my defense when Spears was stalking me.
Oh.
So I made sure he got to keep that title a little longer.
20 minutes, yeah. So just do a 4-part thing and spread it out throughout a whole show. Just do it in 4 parts. Do 5 minutes apiece.
You're a liar. I should be standing here, the North American champion, but I'm not. All because you've got this weird situation going on. And look at you, standing there with that smirk on your face like a real. We got a problem here. Huh?
Wait a minute, Stacks.
To a lady like that. Shut your mouth. Listen, I don't want to talk to Tony D's lackey, okay? Why don't you go shiny shoes or keep the car warm and get out?
Keep the car warm, dang. He said I'm warming up these hands. Why is everybody on this side? Well, I like that. They need to start recruiting people, WB. It's so stagnant, it's ridiculous. The Death Rider storyline is the most stagnant thing in wrestling right now. At least the Bloodline had like people starting to realize that Roman was messing up and all that. Like, this is not moving at all. Hit him with the beat. I get to hear it. Yeah. Hit him with the Terminator Factory theme. Let's go, Wes. And he's got his crew with him. Hit him with the Terminator freaking assembly line theme song. This is the stand sideways match. Whoever loses can never stand sideways like this again in a picture, okay? Whoever loses, you can never stand sideways like this again. It's a good way to set up this match, though, with him getting powerbombed, because with Trick being the previous world champion, it should be a little unbelievable that Wes Lee would be able to straight up beat him. So this actually does lend a bit of what do you call it? A bit of suspense to the match. What do you think about that, Raw Apollo? If they split what you just watched into like 4 parts and sprinkled it throughout the next episode of Dynamite? Oh my goodness. Yo, Wes got tossed in the corner. Oh my goodness. Now he's catching combos. Let's see how many likes we have. We have 20 likes on YouTube yet? Come on, let's see it. Let's see it. Hey, we have not quite. Not quite, guys. We're over halfway there though, so if you'd like to start doing predictions on these matches along with everybody, please make sure you guys get in the YouTube chat and click like, okay? Like it and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. We broke 60% of the watch time that we need to actually start making money on the YouTube channel, and we broke 50% of the subscribers we need. So we're on our way, guys. I need your help. I can't do it without you guys. As much as I appreciate just hanging out with you guys, it would be nice to actually earn money off the channel at the same time. That way I can keep the stream alive, because this is how I make my earnings. This is how I make my money. This is how I pay my bills, is live streaming and creating videos. Oh, he's hurting. Oh my god. Trick Williams is getting destroyed now. That could be good. Another thought I had was just air the stuff Moxley said while telling people to see the full interview to go here and check it out. That could work, but... Oh, you know what? A lot of that stuff that the Wyatt Six did seemed to work very well. People started crafting theories, and people started breaking down the videos and stuff. So what you're saying, this could work. If they found a way to make it a little bit more mysterious and more like, oh, you gotta try to figure this out. Maybe. I like that. But I'm not sure people have the patience for it right now. Some people probably do, but I think that a large majority of people are just like, get to the point. So it could backfire. Nice. Meteor on the table. Trick Williams got meteored on the table by Wes Lee. Wes Lee's looking buff and in charge right now, man. Look at how easily he took down the previous world champ. I love that he caught this. Before, I was like, why would you powerbomb your guy like this? But now it makes sense. It's to make this match actually more must-see. But, gosh, I don't know, you know? It could be a thing where it works the opposite way you intend it to, no matter what you do. It almost feels like you have to anticipate both outcomes and figure out the best way to do it, because like, okay, so let's anticipate both outcomes. Let's anticipate where if you just air the Moxley thing and then Moxley tells us to watch the video, there are outcomes of that, but I'd say the two main outcomes are like, people will understand and they'll loosen up their you know, their hurry up and get it over with type of thing, and might go a little more into wanting to see how this turns out. Or people will be like, more of this cryptic nonsense, what? And they might check out even harder. So there's like, I feel like there's two outcomes like that could happen there. Most likely right now it's gonna be the one where people are like, yeah, just figure it. People are gonna be like, yo, just can we just please know what's up next? Because they burned a lot of bridges. I feel like that's the problem with the viewership on things like why Rampage's viewership got so low, is because they burned their crowds. They burned the viewership so much with matches that didn't matter and barely letting anything important happen on the show, to where it wasn't even that the show was bad. It's just that the people were like, I'm not watching that. Why? I'm not watching that. I feel like there comes a time where you burned your audience so many times that it doesn't matter how good your show is anymore. I'm starting to feel that about Collision, because this last episode of Collision was really good, but barely anybody watched it. Some of that had to do with Saturday night's main event, yes, but I just feel like if they had the same presentation and the same investment on Collision that they had on Dynamite, that loss of viewership wouldn't have been as great, and people would tune in. I feel like they burned their viewership too many times, and people are like, yo, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me thrice, fool me 4 times, fool me 5 times. They've given chances, and I think that they've just they've done too much to alienate the idea of giving it a chance anymore. And so that's why I'm saying just air the whole thing, but air it like throughout the night. Because it sounds like it was cool. It sounds like you liked it, and I trust you, man. You have a great idea about wrestling. When it comes to like your ideas, I'm always gonna put you on tap, dude. Always, Raw Apollo. Because you haven't had a miss yet. You haven't had a miss yet. I trust you. I trust that it's good, but I'm saying maybe it'd just be better to present the whole thing to the audience now and not expect us to go out of our way to try to like figure it out. It might be time to just let us know what's going on and hit us with something that might look a little spoilerific. That way we at least have that fantasy booking angle in our head where we're trying to figure out what's next and we're getting excited because we think we know what's up, and that's always an exciting time in wrestling. Exactly, Raw Apollo, but the thing is they had that chance, but they burned it. They burned that chance by doing way too many meaningless episodes of Collision. That's what I was saying by that whole entire thing I was talking about, is that Collision is not necessarily a bad show, but they burned their audience because they didn't do important things on that show for months and months. They did things that were just like good matches. They didn't do anything that importantly affected outcomes of anything. And then the people that we did care about on that show no longer exist in the company or no longer show up on television. So the people who were invested in that show, they've just been burned so much. It's like it doesn't even matter if it's good anymore. The people they're just done with it. Yeah, hence the death of Rampage, exactly. It's not that they don't have good wrestlers or it's not the same company. It's that they burn the audience so much with meaningless stuff. And the audience just decided, dude, I've seen enough of it. I've seen enough. You're dealing with a smart wrestling audience that cares about patterns and actually does the fantasy booking stuff in their free time. People are not going to continue tuning into a show that's been proven to be a waste of time creatively and intrinsically for the storylines that are actually being pushed in your company. They're not going to keep on tuning in. Oh my goodness, Wes Lee's getting just destroyed out here. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. I think just the best thing to do would be to split up that interview that mattered into 4 parts and just place it strategically throughout Dynamite until the last one, and then have something big pop off. That way the Death Riders get 4 segments, possibly 5 actually. 5 segments, but they're never in front of the crowd until the crowd is like, oh, what? Oh, Trick Williams is swinging for the fences on the homies of Wes Lee. There's that spot right there where somebody tries to get put over the top rope, but they can't get over. Oh my goodness. Wes Lee tossed on top of the homies. If it keeps Jericho off TV. We can't have that. Trick Williams taking out everybody within range, except for the ref. The ref is the only one who's still alive. Dude, Trick is fighting everybody. I called it. Trick's getting so upset. He's hitting the mat with a steel chair. He's hitting the top rope. Wes Lee wins. Exactly, Raw Apollo, but they put themselves in that bed. That's what I was saying, dude. They booked months and months of meaningless collisions with Hologram and Beast Mortos and stuff like that. And then they expect people to just run back because Tony Storm's going to be on the episode. It's not enough, dude. They put themselves in this situation. You burned your audience too many times. Your audience started to figure out this is not the show to watch if I want to see anything that matters. And then they tried to like run back to it and pretend like now it's been good the whole time, and it's like no, it's been a show it's had good wrestling on it, but it's not been the show you should watch if you want to see anything meaningful. That's what I'm saying. Like they cried wolf too many times and left the crowd hanging, and now people are just not watching the show. So yeah, they are danged if they do, danged if they don't, because they didn't for so long that the crowd has abandoned the possibility that that show is going to have meaningful things on it. It's the boy who cried wolf. That's exactly what it is, man. It's plain to see, and it's like that's what happens, dude. They made their bed and now they're sleeping in it because you decided to attach yourself to smart wrestling fans. You decided to attach yourself to people who have seen this a million times. We've seen it a million times where a show is in a cold period and they're not doing anything that really matters on the show, and it's like it's not a new thing. It's not like because it's AEW these people are going to be like, oh well, just keep on watching. They've seen it a million times. They saw it with SmackDown. They've seen it with Raw. They've seen it with many different programs. There are times within your, there are times within the history of your wrestling company where you're hot and you're cold, and then there are times where you could tell that the people booking the show don't care very much about putting on a good show. They just care about putting on a show, and they lean on things that are very predictable, and just that's what happened. They had a good thing with CM Punk. They had a good thing with Ricky Starks. They had a good thing with Collision, where they had an era of like FTR and the guns and all that. Like they had it, and then as soon as that ended, it's like they flailed around and just tried to put on good matches and give you a show on Saturday that really had nothing to do with the main line of stories there, except for like kind of connecting them a little bit every now and then. And the crowd just started to figure it out. The crowd started shrinking and shrinking, and then the online sentiment about Collision became, oh, that show's very, very missable, and that's from months and months of them putting on shows that were very, very missable and focusing mostly on Dynamite and letting all of the storylines and things on Dynamite be the most important and not really carrying a lot of that over. They've tried to change that recently, but that recent change is not going to create immediate results where everybody who just shunned the show is going to suddenly start watching again. So it's their own fault, man. It's not some weird outcry by the crowd to just bury AEW. It's something that they earned themselves. They made their bed, now they're sleeping in it. For too many months they just put on matches instead of a good show. And now they're dealing with it. And that's going to continue to happen until they put on good shows back to back to back to back to back. They're going to have to build up that public sentiment. They're going to have to build up the idea that Collision is a show you need to watch. And they tried to start it with Tony Storm, and I appreciate that. I thought this episode of Collision was great last week, or on Saturday. I thought it was great. But it's just a Band-Aid, man. You need to repair the whole entire situation. And one good show, two good shows does not heal the situation that they caused by spending months on Collision, giving us just match on top of match on top of match with very few pieces of storytelling. You're not going to heal that overnight by putting one important angle on your show and paying it off way too early, in my opinion. So hopefully that makes sense how I'm looking at this. I feel like they made this happen to themselves, and now they're trying to dig themselves out, but it's going to take a while. It's gonna take a while, man. They gotta build back up. Oh, it's Ava and Trick.
No. You know what? Prove it. You can have them in a tag match next week. Your partner? The man you're chasing after.
Oba Femi. Oh, Trick Willie's got a tag with Oba. Can they coexist? Let's go. It's time. Oh, no tank? Still no tank. Shotzi, where's the tank at?
Get ready to add to your collection with this exclusive John Cena Farewell Tour Funko Pop. Don't wait.
No tank now. It's a very interesting entrance they got here. Hey, at least we did not have to see Gigi Dolan's entrance. her entrance video and theme song.
We know Fallon Henley would love to have her name in the lights. Can she carry the title into our next premium live event, which is February the 15th, Vengeance Day in Washington, D.C. But things getting bigger.
Oh, she's over there. Hang on, Shotzi, you gotta move. They're doing some TNA tapings and Full Sail coming up. They're in a pattern. Guy I had never seen before had a match with the world champion and lost, and it hasn't seen on weeks. Wait, what? Telling you, JC Jane's got the timing down and everything, man. JC's the best person in this whole group. Here we go. Titles on the line. Let's put it. One fall. Let's get it.
Introducing the challenger from Oakland, California, Shotzi! And her opponent, representing Fatal Influence, she is the NXT Women's North American Champion, Fallon Henley!
She's got the title. She's got a taste of the title. She got more than a taste. All right, guys. The title's on the line. So you know what time. It's time to light it up. Let's go. Let's go. See if we can get to 20 likes, guys. We can start putting some predictions on these matches. Oh, whoa, here she comes. Oh, Shotzi got tugged off the ropes. Cracked on the hard mat. Fallon, second rope action. Shotzi going up. Coming to meet you. What's this? Oh, my goodness. Shotzi with a Rana. Frankensteiner status. Christopher knows what time it is. WB knows what time it is. Fatal Influence pulls Fallon out, but they're going to get caught with the crossbody to the outside. Shotzi with the crossbody on everybody. comes Gigi. Here comes Tatum. This is a weird girl crew over here. I like it. Fighting them into the back. Now it's just Shotzi. Oh, Shotzi. Oh, my God. Her knee put right into the ring post by Fallon Henley. And now Shotzi's down and hurting for certain. Oh, me oh, my. I always NXT. I always, and they cut her off. She always gets cut off. Maybe that's what she was going to say. I always get cut off.
Tom doesn't have progressive, so he takes it out on those who do.
If you switch, you can save hundreds.
Well, that's great. You can buy more of that cologne we all love.
I always get cut off. That was funny. She was in the middle of her sentence and she got.
Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
It's now 2 years that the serial killer known as Hard Eyes has been creatively killing couples across America. We are urging everyone to stay vigilant, remain calm.
Alright, the tweets are on the streets now. Make sure you guys like the tweets, retweet the tweets, guys. Let's let everybody know where to be tonight. Got some really, really good interaction with the tweets. Thank you guys so much. And everybody who has not already done it, please take a second, guys. It takes 2 seconds, and it really does help. Retweet the tweets. Also, like the YouTube video, guys. We're trying to hit 20 likes tonight so we can start the predictions here. We're getting close, but we're not quite there yet. And forward momentum is slowing a little bit, so let's heat it up, guys. If you have not already liked the YouTube stream, now's your chance. Now's a good time to do it because it's commercial breaks, so you got nothing else to watch, nothing else to really do. Let's hook it up. Yeah, WB, I think that's one of the things that's been killing AEW the most is that half the show without these freaking situations. Like, I think that's part of what made Collision was so good is we didn't get any Death Riders, no Jericho. The things that normally slow a show down and start people feeling kind of disjointed didn't exist on Collision this week, and I think that it's a good preview of how NXT, how AEW will look without these acts and how much more hype the crowd will be. Them starting off with Samoa Joe and the reaction Samoa Joe got, it was such a hype reaction that I feel like Samoa Joe was even surprised about how hot the reaction was. It's just a preview of how it will be without us having to worry about the Death Riders stuff, dude. Death Riders and Jericho are absolutely slowing down the momentum. It's like having 2 wheels on a car that are flat. Like, you'd run a lot better if you had 2 pumped up, nice wheels that were, doing the same job as the other 4 so that you can run together like a fine oiled machine that has a purpose. These other things, these tires that are flatter than usual are starting to make your car not run as efficient as it could. Arcade, what's up, man? Who did the dog barking gimmick first? Braun Breaker or Brody King? Probably neither. Everyone missed Joe. Heck yeah. That's what happens when you have a super cool and believable guy who's charismatic, who can kill it on the mic and kill it in the ring. It's like the formula isn't a crazy formula. There's a reason Samoa Joe gets cheered like that. The formula makes sense. It's when you try to augment that formula because you think you know better, that's where you start getting in trouble, man. I'm all for innovation and coming up with your own ideas, but there's sometimes where things just work and you got to realize why they work. There are flavor combinations in cooking. There are profiles. There are things that have been put together by cultures for thousands of years that just work together because they work, man. Trying to reinvent the wheel can make you look real strange for doing it. Ooh, nice swinging kick. There's a reason Samoa Joe works with that crowd and works with everybody, and it's not rocket science. It's just the straight up understanding of what makes wrestling cool and what makes a wrestler cool. And he's got it. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to try to make up your own way of getting somebody over. All you have to do is let something like that rock because it works. And it's going to keep working. And the more you try to do anything else, the more stuff like Samoa Joe is just going to stand out.
I don't think Fallon Henley should be frustrated in this moment. She's in control. Fallon Henley, to my point,
I had a theory for a while that they were doing stuff like that on purpose to make like the real stars stand out, but I just don't feel like it has that level of nuance anymore. I don't feel like it's on purpose anymore. I had a theory like that, but I really don't think they're doing that. I don't think it's that nuanced. Comes Shotzi's offense. Okay. Shotzi with the sliced bread, holding the knee.
Welcome, Jake Crippy, 45.
Jay, what's up, Jay?
Welcome, Jay Crippy, 45.
Uh-oh. Booker T could feel it in his bones. We're going to get a title change tonight? Titles on the line, guys.
the Women's North American Championship, but Shotzi not at 100%. Couldn't get to the top as fast as she typically would, and that opened the door for the champion, Fallon Henley. Henley looking to capitalize right now.
Wasting a lot of time, though.
Here we go. Top, the second rope. Suplex attempt. No, Shotzi ejects Fallon from the situation. And now, Shotzi coming off the top. She's honed in. She's locked. Oh my God. She sat on her. She didn't senton her. She sat on her. Oh my goodness. I am so glad this was not Kenny Omega because she sat right on her intestines, dude. Oh my goodness. This is not a good senton at all. Shotzi's so just... every time she looks kind of okay, she just shows that she's not.
Welcome, Milo Zephyr.
No, Milo. They already fought off with the rest of the crew that that Shotzi brought.
Taking an extra second to try to get in this.
Shotzi's one step ahead. Shotzi's one step ahead. This could be...
Whoa! Shotzi upside down and her leg is cracked up and tied up. Stomped her freaking head. Crowd is just humming. Goodness gracious. That's done, dude. I don't think you needed to even do half of this. That's done. There we go. Fallon Henley retains. Jeez. Fallon Henley takes home the gold, and she looks like she deserved every bit of it, man. Every single bit of it. Jeez, man. That was a savage beating at the end. There you guys have it. But yeah, Barcade, I would say that none of them made up the barking gimmick. It was probably something from before we ever even had wrestling on TV. Somebody had a barking gimmick. But if you really wanted to take it back, I'd say probably Braun's dad. Oh my goodness. Stephanie Bakura is here. Oh me, oh my. She said she'd be here. And she did not disappoint. There she is. Stephanie Bakura looking like a biker. Stephanie Biker. Dang, Vengeance Day. We're getting Fallon Henley versus Stephanie Bakura. I think Stephanie's going to win that. She should win that.
Thank you so much for last week. You're you're such a good friend. And I feel like
George the animal.
my match with Jada.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably somebody way before the question in question.
I went out there for you?
Well, yeah.
I didn't. I did it for me. Shocker, right? I don't like Jada, and that's that. But I see what everyone's been talking about. It's clear these delusions of yours have nothing to do with Ashante.
I didn't even mean it like that, so I don't know.
Carmen!
It's Carmen.
Don't. Listen to me. Don't. It really doesn't matter. Because it's only a matter of time before he leaves your ass.
Oh. Dang, it's like that?
What a bitch.
Oh. Yeah, Kalani is absolutely certain heel because they listened. They listened that she's so plain Jane. Ego. Kill him with a smile. Here we go. Ethan Page in the building. Here we go. Cedric Alexander, you're in trouble, dude. You're in trouble, dude. Hottie biscotti. Take it to new heights. It's the trailer. We're going to be checking this out tonight. We got a lot of cool stuff to watch. Hey, they said the thing. They did the thing. This is my yard now. Oh, and the Wyatt six-pack is coming with it. That's what I got. I got a Wyatt six-pack from watching wrestling. Gritty! They said my name.
Even a little blurry vision can distort things. And something serious may be behind those itchy eyes.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Hang on. Hang out for a second.
Develop a different condition called thyroid eye disease, which should be treated by a different doctor. See an expert. Find a TED eye specialist at isitted.com.
We hear you, Jennifer. So Olive Garden's steak gorgonzola Alfredo is back to solve your existential crisis, along with other fan favorites, like our limited time only 4-cheese manicotti, starting at $12.99. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try new Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
When the temperature drops, you've got two choices. Close your eyes and think warm thoughts, or open your eyes and get out here. There's only one vehicle lineup that embraces everything the cold has to offer. The official vehicles of winter. Jeep, there's only one.
Right now during the Jeep Start Something New sales event, get $3,500 total bonus cash allowance on most 2020.
You guys ever seen this movie? You ever seen this movie where this guy walks into a bar and I think it's from like 1970 or something like this. This guy walks into a bar and he's got like a kind of dirty face. It looks like he just came in from the desert outside. He walks into a bar and then there's a bartender and the bartender's like, it's like, if you have the coin, I will give you a plate of beans. And the guy's like, all right. And then so the guy walks up with the plate of beans and like gives him one scoop on the plate, and the guy's like, he gives him another scoop, and the guy's like, leave it. And he takes the whole pan of beans, and he scoops all the plate off into the nice like round pot. It's not a pot, it's like a pan of beans, and then he has a loaf of bread he starts ripping apart and eating, and the people are just staring at him like, who's this guy, man? He's from out of town or something. And he ends up eating like the whole pan of beans and the whole loaf of bread. You ever seen that? What is that? You guys know what I'm talking about? You ever seen that? What is the film called? Because it sounds wild. It's like an old classic film, and it's serious. It's not a comedic. It's not a comedic scene, but I just love the way it's done. Guy just walks in and he eats all the beans and it's almost like the people gain respect for him because he actually eats the whole entire thing. We watched it one time in here, I think. I can't remember what it's called. You guys know what I'm talking about? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Nobody? Bueller? Bueller? It's my legacy. Cedric Alexander's coming. Ava's backstage.
Next week's
Uh-oh.
main event is Grayson Waller and
Uh-oh.
Austin Theory versus Oba Femi and Trick Williams.
That's right. Look, I don't know what the hell has gotten into Trick, but I hope he gets over it soon because I'm sick of dealing with it.
Yeah, Trick is going dark tonight.
Vengeance Day, like I said, is going to be a triple threat for the NXT Championship. But on a more positive note, NXT.
Nah, it's not Bueller. I was saying Bueller because nobody was answering.
The best competitor. So at Vengeance Day, she is going to defend her.
Best competitor? You're about to make it Bayley versus Giulia, aren't you? And I haven't even gotten my rematch yet.
No, if you would have let me finish.
You even tried to put the blame on me because Cora got pinned, not me.
Oh, blame it on Cora.
Going to say was that Vengeance Day, it's Giulia versus Bayley versus you in a triple threat.
Okay, good. No, we're not good.
No, we're not good. Oh, Cora Jade's mad about this. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Killer Mike. Killer Buenas Ma. Bing says angels eat beans. Is that really it? Huh. Here we go. The missing member of the Hurt Syndicate. Here he is.
Well, you see Cedric Alexander's left wrist still heavily taped up. Let's go back to the final NXT of 2024. This is why I said the man should be locked up.
Let's get it, Cedric. Oh my goodness, it's a brawl now. Cedric is after Ethan. Kicks while he's down. Cedric trying to get revenge for his friend. And he's definitely doing it. Hard rights. Hard rights from both men right now. They call me Trinity. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Barcade. That's the name of it. They call me Trinity. I remember now. That's the name of it. They call me Trinity. It's like a super duper iconic scene for eating beans. Makes beans and bread look so good. Yes, Barcade, you got it. How'd you get it, man? You seen it? We gotta watch this scene, dude. We gotta watch this scene. It's iconic, dude. It's an iconic bean scene. It's the bean scene, the dream bean scene. Cedric Alexander has control of Ethan Page for sure right now. The previous world champion is reeling from the attacks of Cedric Alexander. Easy Rider? I think it's just called They Call Me Trinity. Beautiful bean footage. It is beautiful bean footage, man. I guarantee it. It's like the men's warehouse. You're going to like the way it looks. I guarantee it. Watch, when you guys see this bean footage, you're going to be like, yo, Gritty, thank you for showing me that. It's iconic. Absolutely iconic. Oh. Kick to the head.
He told that to Javon Evans last week here on NXT, and instead of going for the cover, Cedric Alexander right in just to beat the hell.
Mr. Bean, this guy became Mr. Bean after eating this.
Just stay on the gas, go out here and really think about getting his hands smashed. Have that.
I don't even want to know what you guys are talking about. I bet you it's something gross or weird. What are you talking about? I bet you it's something gross or weird if you're talking about Blazing Saddles.
In control just that quick. One tiny mistake is all it takes to allow Ethan Page to take control of a matchup. That's exactly what we just saw. Cedric got a little bit ahead.
You got to see this iconic Bean scene I'm talking about.
Back to the wrist looking for a submission.
Oh my goodness. Cedric Alexander just pounding the back of Ethan Page. Ethan Page looks a little outclassed here, honestly. Cedric has got him. Cedric's starting to gain a lot of that weight back, though. You'd see him. Cedric, remember when we first saw Cedric? He was plump. He was super plump, and then he shredded up and looked like $1 million. Now he's starting to be like, eh. Yeah, see, Ringmaster, you guys can watch that. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. I'm going to watch the scene I was talking about. The iconic scene from cinematic history, not the weirdo scene. It's goated. Is it goated like the rap music you're talking about on WWE? If it's goated like that, I definitely don't want to watch it. If it's goated like this rap music you're talking about on WWE, then see, this is why you don't cry wolf, man, because now you become unbelievable. You become the boy who cried wolf. You're talking about this scene's iconic, but guess what you just said right before that? You said this rap is iconic on WWE.
I'm sick of animal cruelty.
You know? Now it's like, do I believe you or not? You know? That's why you don't cry wolf. That's why you don't try to be edgy and say things that you know aren't true, because then once you are being truthful, people are not going to believe you as much. I'm not dissing Blazing Saddles. I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things, I bet you it's a scene that I probably wouldn't want to watch. I don't buy into the flatulent fart humor stuff. That's not cool to me. I don't like that type of stuff, and you know I don't like that type of stuff. So it might be cool to you, but overall, when it comes to what I would like to watch, you know I probably wouldn't like that scene. So what did I say that wasn't true? Nothing. I didn't say anything disrespectful. It's just you guys know I have a certain taste. I have a certain level of class that I try not to break through too often, and that's probably not up my alley, guys. I'm allowed to have my own taste, and I'm allowed to figure out if things would align with that or not. He disrespected. I don't. I'm not saying you do, Strange. I'm saying the guy who just said all this rap music on WWE lately is goated, then tells me that a scene from a movie is goated. I'm gonna be like, let me think. Let me think. Should I believe this person, or should I maybe not believe this person as much as I normally would if they were saying more truthful statements throughout the day? It's just the way, it's the whole moral of The Boy Who Cried Wolf. There's a moral to that story. The story is, don't lie over and over again and then expect for people to believe you when it really counts. When the wolf actually shows up, people are going to be like, yeah, right. You know? That's my point. It's like, don't say a bunch of weird stuff to get attention and then expect me to respect your opinion when you're being truthful. I'm getting eaten by the wolf. Yeah, see? That's what's happening to Ringmaster right now, because he's taking his opportunities to build credibility by saying things that are outlandish just to get a reaction. So when he says something that's completely truthful, it's going to be harder to understand if he's telling you the truth or not. I'm not saying Blazing Saddles is a bad movie. I'm saying I bet you that scene that you're talking about is something that wouldn't fit my taste. I probably wouldn't like that scene because I don't like scenes like that. I don't like scenes that refer to like body humor and stuff. It's lowbrow to me. So, you know, and I'm allowed to not like certain things. The things I don't like are things that are very lowbrow,
Welcome, J Mondes 31.
fart humor, and just being very abrasive and just weirdly immature in comedy. I like mature comedy. I can take some immature and body humor stuff, but when a whole scene is based off of people farting from eating beans, it just sounds like, nah, man, I probably wouldn't like that. I probably wouldn't like it. I'm allowed to not like certain things, and so are you guys. Jay Montez, what's up, man? So hopefully you understand when somebody tells me the rap music on NXT is great, and then they tell me this one scene from a movie is great because people are farting. I'm gonna be like, all right, man, cool. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Have fun with that. That's just not me, man. That's not me. Maybe once in a little while, but I happen to know that movie is just way overboard. I've seen it like once or twice in my life, and I never really enjoyed it that much. But it's probably a good movie if you're in that mood and you like that sort of thing. But I just don't. Oh my goodness, snap suplex, dude. Cedric's looking way too good in this match. Cedric is looking like he's beating the previous world champion right now into oblivion.
Also trying to rally, feed off the energy in front of the NXT Universe sold out here in Atlanta. So much taking out Alexander Page. Nobody hoping. Combination.
Dude, he is destroying Ethan Page. It's looking like a AEW match. Where the guy who really hasn't won much is doing so well against the guy who was just the champion and all that. Like, this is looking like one of those matches. Just giving way too much offense. Way too much offense. This is getting out of hand here. I understand Cedric is probably a good wrestler to you, but you should have presented him better throughout this entire run if this is what you intended. This feels like snap judgment type of stuff. Like trying to build somebody out of nothing. There are ways to do that, but you gotta have patience. Captain Underpants? Hey, I'm not saying that stuff shouldn't exist. I'm just saying it's not my style. Oh. Ethan Page cracking the fingers of Cedric. Ouch. Oh. This is going to be a torturous defeat here. Slap you. Oh my goodness. Hard rights. Hard rights. Trading hard rights in the center of the ring are both Ethan Page and Cedric, but Cedric's still getting the upper hand here. What is the idea of this match, dude? I'm really starting to not like it. What are you doing? Guy hasn't had a world title shot in his entire life on WWE television. There you go. Okay, Ethan wins. Get that match out of here, dude. What are you doing? It's lazy. It's super duper lazy. We haven't pushed the guy as anything to worry about for years, but tonight's the night? Like, what are you talking about, man? I know he's getting revenge for his friend, but that's still way too long, man. Now Ethan Page has exposed the bottom turnbuckle. Ethan Page won the match, so I'm glad. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Javon's here. Javon Evans over the top rope. He's not medically cleared. And he's throwing punches. He's looking like Dawson out here. Looks super skinny and long. Dang. Ethan Page is getting eliminated here. Yeah, boy is bouncy. So he came out and saved his friend with a broken wired jaw, and Ethan couldn't fight him off.
No. Well, congratulations, Stephanie. You're next in line. But I'll tell you something. Yeah, I'll tell you something. You don't disrespect and take the North American champion's moment like that. And don't think for 1 second that I forgot about you attacking me in that makeup chair.
Oh, JC Jane is talking over the champion.
Fallon is
Uh-oh.
gonna show La Primera that you don't cross fatal influence.
Wait a minute.
Exactly. And if Ava approves this next week,
Yeah, he saved Cedric. That was good.
pay for what you did to her and us. Yeah, you got the shoes. Yes, you do. Yeah. I'll see you
Not
next
quite
week.
sure he should have been able to do it straight up with his bare hands, though. I think he should have came with a weapon, even though, well, maybe they're thinking Ethan Page just had a long match, but that was my main problem with it in the first place, is like, why is the match so long? Why is it so competitive? So I had a problem with the match to begin with, and then they're using that as an excuse about why Javon's able to run him off. I think you messed up with the formula there. They should have ended the match earlier because of cheating by Ethan Page, and that's when Javon should have got involved to save him. Shouldn't have been super duper fair and square, looking like Cedric should be world champion type of stuff. If you intended that, you should have done it earlier. You should have spent some weeks to build the guy like that. Ridge Holland versus Stax next Tuesday. Uh-oh. Stax. Oh, boy. Main event. Let's go. Dang, this show's kind of flown by. The Meta 2 are wearing their Minnesota Vikings colors. Bianca and Naomi are glowing for sure. I saw Lexus King. Oh, and then somebody tripped over something. Sounded like somebody tripped. It was like...
Explain to me why I would give you this back. This is the only way that I get what I
Come on, Kevin. Kevin's got to win at the Royal Rumble.
needs to come take it.
Cody Rhodes.
I want a match where the ref can't stop what I'm gonna do to you.
Cody seemed a little unhinged on last night's Monday Night Raw, didn't he? He seemed a little different.
WWE Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble. It's coming.
I've seen a lot of promposals, but nothing like what Clayton did.
Clayton wanted to invite Emma to prom and asked if we could help.
Had to go big for the senior year prom.
Chick-fil-A is up for everything. We decided to get the cow in on the fun. We had flowers.
We're eating. Clayton starts laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing at?
I knew how big of a deal a promposal was. We just wanted to make sure.
Promposal.
Think about it.
No, I did not.
Just don't do it on a Sunday. Chick-fil-A can't help you with that.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Consumer Cellular is lowering the price for those.
Don't do your promposal on a Sunday.
$30 each. That's just $60 a month. So
Chick-fil-A will get you for that. Well, they won't get you. They won't be there.
now new customers get your second month free when you switch.
Dang, so the main event. Women's tag team titles on the line, guys. Oh, me, oh, my.
Powerful enough to use on the very worst organic odors. Yet it's safe enough to use on pet toys, their beds, even on them. The choice is yours. Harsh chemicals and fragrances or the power of poof. There's only one poof.
Poof.
Available online and at these stores. If it's not poof, it stinks.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Dayquil Vapocool?
It's Dayquil plus a brush of Vicks Vapors.
Dayquil Vapocool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, power through your day medicine.
What causes a curve down there? Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to for help?
Oh, no.
I got somebody.
A tree. A tree through the windshield of this guy. Haven't seen many pizza ads tonight. Sean, what's up? Yo, it's Sean Jag. Sean Jag's in the building. Welcome, man.
10 men who may have Peyronie's disease or PD. A urology specialist
wearing my Brooklyn jersey tonight. We got the game on.
Find somebody today at gogetSomebody.com.
Wednesday, February 5th. Don't miss the season premiere of Wild Cards on the CW.
Corey Chambers and Shirley Chan. Weeknights on the Pix 11 News at 10. Download the Pix 11 Plus app today.
Yeah, I don't think the tag titles are changing hands here. That'd be really crazy, though. I just wonder why they're doing this at all. Why would you even do this? Could this be the return of Jade? Would they do it on NXT? Nah. Would they do it? I don't think they would have the return of Jade on NXT, but... oh, man. Maybe? Maybe they're going to pull a Tony Khan and be like, yo, we got to get everybody to watch the show. Let's do something crazy on the show.
Hey, Dad, do we really have the fastest internet speeds?
Yeah, with Spectrum, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool. Can I use that to search volcanoes super fast? Of course.
Let's find out.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I can't wait for Dynamite tomorrow. I can't wait to see what happens with this Brian Cage Ospreay match, dude. It's time. It's time, dude. It's time for Brian Cage to pick up a win right here, and I don't like sacrificing. I don't like sacrificing Ospreay's win-loss, but he's admitted he can't do it by himself, and if the Don Callis family is able to overcome and override and really surprise him, I feel like they deserve the win, because they're gonna look weak in this no matter what. They're always gonna look weak until they don't, you know. And especially getting beat up by two guys. Your entire crew gets beat up by two guys last week. You need a dominant victory to get people wondering what's gonna happen next. You can't keep on destroying these fools. I'm not saying that it has to happen, but I'm definitely saying you're not making that crew, Don Callis' crew, look any stronger if they lose tomorrow. They already got jacked up by two guys. I love the teaser they had on Collision as well. It's so well filmed. I hope they have some sort of surprising fifth member.
You know,
or a sixth member?
Japan for the N1 Victory Tournament, you welcomed me into your home. You made my experience with pro wrestling
sixth member.
Experiences of my entire career. So
look at this. They're showing the Japanese footage.
Something special.
Wow, 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 wow. So cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Who is this guy good?
I just want to welcome you into my home.
Briggs, this means a lot to me.
Well,
Briggs, this means a lot to me.
Yeah, I love it. Good, good.
That's awesome, dude.
You came to NXT to become a champion. So one way or another,
Okamura.
to get to Axiom and Fraser.
Briggs, before you came to Japan, you wanted to be on your own. But you have taken me in. I promise. You will become a champion.
Well, this guy's got some good English.
Action and Nathan cannot touch us forever.
Like that.
Yeah.
It looks good, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome. What? Okay. Gave him Josh Briggs gave Okamura a biker leather vest. I like that, man. Jade cost him the tag titles. Yo, I'm trying to say, Strange. I'm hoping that this is something that meaningful. I really hope for something that meaningful. I've noticed that like a lot of the WWE shows have kind of ducked into meaninglessness in terms of like the shows are must see. Like they're kind of good, but they're not overly must see. I don't know, weekly television, you can't always have a must-see show all the time, but I've started to notice it's becoming more of the fad or something. Here we go. Jakara Jackson, Lash legend.
The magnitude of this opportunity for the Medica
This is crazy right here.
be overstated. And I'm not only
Let's do it. La 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 la.
Ova's got to fight to prove them wrong. The Meta Girls had that same exact opportunity here tonight to show Bianca and Naomi that NXT,
La 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 la.
NXT doesn't need to be Raw or SmackDown to be the big leagues. We have the best superstars in the game, and this is where it all goes down.
It's time.
And the glow is back in NXT.
Naomi's glowing for sure. My own. I guess the wow. Never bow to hear me roar.
And Cora, you bring up a lot of good points because someone like Bianca Belair.
Here we go now.
Here in NXT. She's had the WrestleMania.
Let's get it.
She's back here tonight, but something that's very, very important to remember about this matchup. This brand has not had a pair of women's tag team champions since the summer of 23.
Dang, it's been a while since I've had a tag team champions in the women's division on NXT. I'm on my own against the wow. Let's get it. Still not to 20 likes on YouTube, guys. I guess you guys aren't trying to hit it tonight. Thank you to everybody who liked the stream, though. Let's go.
Introducing the challengers, representing
There's the guy. His name is Okimura. He's a guy from Japan. Here we go. Lash legend, Jakara Jackson. Looking for the titles.
They are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Naomi and Bianca Belair. Booker for the champions. They competed 24 hours ago on Raw on Netflix.
The titles are on the line, so you know what time. It's time to light it up. Let's go, baby. It all comes down to this. Could Jakara Jackson, Lash Legend, could the Meta 2 be going home with the tag team titles? We're about to find out. By the way, where the heck is this dude Noam Dar at? What kind of injury does he have? Acute loss of tangibility syndrome, where he disappeared. I hope he's okay. You guys know what time it is. Christopher knows what time. J-Rock knows what time. Ryan knows what time. Strange knows what time. Radio knows what time. Oh my goodness, more people than ever know what time. It's that time. It's Naomi and Jakara in the ring together right now. Naomi with the turnaround. Drop down.
Incredibly impressive. Cover here by Naomi. Check out. They absolutely made the most of their opportunity. Yes, they came up short, but this is a different environment.
Naomi trying to get out of this arm situation.
Maybe they can get the best of Naomi. Another cover. Very interesting pitting predicament there for Jakara and Naomi.
Oh.
Taking down the challenger, floating over.
No. Jakara able to kick out. You know Naomi's coming after you. You're facing two previous world champions right now. Jakara and Lash are gonna have to have a breakout performance right now. I'm talking like you found out you were allergic to something you didn't know you were allergic to. Like that type of breakout. A super duper breakout. Unexpected breakout. They're good, but man, they're gonna have to be great. Fantastic even. You're gonna knock off Bianca and Naomi. This is a nearly unstoppable combination. And here comes Lash Legend versus Bianca, and Lash looks like $1 trillion right now, man. She knows it too. You can tell she's got that swag about her. She's got the go behind. Bianca's got her from behind. Looking for the suplex. No. Lash too strong. Get your hands off me. Back suplex attempt. No. Bianca flips out. There you go. One of her own. Okay. Lash hits the mat. Moonsault. Moonsault. The moonsault assault on Lash. Lash is so large and in charge, man. And she's not like out of control large. She just, it looks like her body is just, it's like perfectly proportioned for how big she is. Come here. Grabs her. Grabs Bianca. What's this? Grab you. Oh, kick your back up. Knee you in the back. Oh, and just a tilt-a-whirl shoulder breaker. Bianca's in trouble. On the double. Whoa! Yo, Lash Legends got moonsaults? Standing moonsaults. What in the world? Yo, she's got those? Lash Legend has standing moonsaults. She's unloading in the middle of the match. It's not even a finisher. It's a diminisher. It's gonna diminish her opponent. Since when? I don't know, man. I'm going crazy right now. They're going picture in picture. We can't miss any of this, Lash. We don't know what she's gonna pull out next. Maybe a 450 splash? What the heck? Phoenix splash? What are you gonna do? I gotta watch this picture in picture with incredible intent. Oh, Naomi and Bianca are in. Dual suplex on Lash and a leg drop from Naomi. Ooh, that'll hurt. Man, this is hype. Hype to the maximum. I'll be axing them. The pyro is just blowing up in the background, man. I'm spending $1 million a minute on this pyro to light up the countryside to let you guys know that the title's on the line. We don't mess around with stuff like that, okay? We keep it real. 100%. No artificial flavors or colorings. Naomi off. Oh, nice. Naomi off the ropes, but slides under the incoming clothesline with a double knee slide like a dance move. Come here. Come here. Naomi's in trouble. Oh! Naomi gets razor's edged right into like her face into the top turnbuckle. Razor's face plant. Fraxium was not on tonight. I don't like calling them that because they don't even have a mashup theme yet. How do they have a mashup name and they don't even have a mashup theme, you know? They got to give these two a theme, man. I'm going to keep talking about it until it happens. And watch, right when they get it, they're going to lose the titles. But yeah, I haven't seen them tonight.
You can't put that right in the dishwasher. Watch me. With Cascade Platinum Plus, I have upped my dish game. I just scrape, load.
Cascade Platinum Plus.
In that dishwasher.
Only Platinum Plus is packed with more Dawn to remove up to 100.
See, I don't have a dishwasher. You guys got a dishwasher? I don't. I am the dishwasher, and I love washing dishes.
Clean enough for you?
I love seeing a dish go from dirty to like super duper clean and just gleaming. I love that journey. I love being part of it and just seeing it look so fresh. Yeah, I don't have a dishwasher, and I actually wouldn't want one because I think it keeps you more efficient too. I think if you have a dishwasher, maybe you let stuff build up too much, and I just feel like there's a certain really cool respect you have for the whole process of why
Nice
a
to
dish
meet
gets
you.
dirty
Pinhead or
and,
Gritter?
and just knowing what you really need for a meal and what you're maybe overdoing. I hand wash my dishes and I love it, especially because a lot of my dishes were bought for me by Radio. Radio got me a lot of my pans and my strainer and things like that, and it just feels like I'm respecting it more than just throwing it in the machine and having to wash it again anyway because of residues and stuff. I just feel like you're closer to the process when you wash your own dishes. I understand some people might be really busy and stuff. Yeah, if you gotta put it in a machine, you gotta put it in. You got some other things to do, but me, I have a little bit more free time than the average person, so I love it. Wait a minute, it's Cora Jade. Cora Jade backstage with Ava. Blockbuster from Naomi. Uh-oh. Ava.
But right now we got a championship matchup. It's on the line. It's the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Naomi trying to reach out for Bianca.
There we go. Lash Legend gets the tag to Jakara, and here comes Bianca. Bianca runs over Jakara like she weighs 0 pounds. Fresh as a daisy. Yeah, Bianca is no joke, dude. You're in trouble here. You're in absolute trouble. You got a hot, fresh Bianca Belair. It's like a Pizza Hut pizza with stuffed crust, baby. It's gonna hit. 2, 3. Pounding punches on Jakara's head in the corner. Bianca's so swift. Flips over Lash. Oh, a little bit of a runner. Not too good. Jakara's looking clean though. Jakara hasn't gotten anything on her in this match. She's looking really clean, pristine. Come here. Grab you. Oh my goodness. Bianca just slammed Jakara with a military press slam in the middle of the corner. Middle of the ring. Going for the boing. Moonsault. Straight into the pin. Ref says dose, but not close to trace. Bianca with that flowing offense, really showing off why she's been a staple of this industry for years at this point. You guys think Bianca might be the best in the world? Like, think about it this way: is she the best in the world when you account for like literal power, literal athleticism? There might be girls who are better than her at wrestling, but is she the most believably dominant wrestler? Is she the best? I think she kind of sucks on the mic because they never let her say anything. I'm not gonna bring that up too much, but because that's not her fault. They never let her say anything. But do you think maybe wrestling-wise she might be the best? Like if you had a World Women's League, do you think she might win the whole tournament? If everything was put into account, speed, power, athleticism, not just being able to pull off moves that look like you wrestle. Because there's a lot of girls who aren't as fast, as powerful, as believable, as athletic, as strong. None of that. Who can do moves better. Is she the best, though? Oh, my God. They almost got it. Dang. Lash almost just got the pin for the win.
Credit to Belair for understanding the situation and being able to bail her partner out at the last.
Bianca's wearing Zack Ryder pants? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Belair's been wiped out. Lash is legal for her team, as is Naomi. Those are the two legal superstars in this matchup. If you're trying to keep track at home, because
Oh, my God. Counter. Naomi's tailbone is busted, but she countered into an X Factor on Lash, and now everyone's down. Ref is checking on everybody. Bianca's in the corner, getting a back elbow for her troubles. enziguri from Naomi. Naomi boings off the ropes, catches a big boot for her troubles. Uh-oh. What's this? Hang on. Lash legend. Jakara Jackson. Looking to punch their ticket to the tag titles. No. Naomi kicks Jakara off. Lash splats to the outside from the low bridge. And now Lash into the steel steps. Wait a minute. Bianca with a little bit of a, I don't want to call it heel factor, but normally you wouldn't see something like that. Oh my God, was that not Trace? How was that not 3? Ref. Oh my God, it looked like Jakara got Naomi, dude. The crowd's even rebelling against this. The crowd's rebelling against this. Jakara upside down, inside out. Beautiful finisher. That's 1, 2, 3. Jakara takes the pin, but this was absolutely a disputable outcome. Good match. Very, very good match. And I can't believe Jakara and Lash are coming along this well. They're in the right spot. Can you imagine how just how bad they would be if they just never got the training from here? If they just never were treated this way? Yeah, crowd's a little upset. They had to pump in some fake crowd music here. WWE transmission has ended. Beep. Dude, this has to be fake. Aha! Vengeance Day. Wait a minute. I was going to say this has to be fake. It is. Dang, okay. So, somebody was typing in on their outro screen that something is going to happen at Vengeance Day. That is extremely interesting. Let's have ourselves a little chat about this. Gotta have ourselves a little chat. We gotta find out. Somebody was able to hack their outro. Wonder who it is. I hope it's Cora Jade. Cora Jade was really mad tonight. Who knows? She might have taken like a quick little class at Full Sail about how to hack or something. Because she was really mad throughout this whole show. Maybe Cora Jade did it. I don't think it's Cora Jade. I'm just making a joke. All right. So, if you watched NXT along with me tonight, which is the 28th of January, can you believe it's already about to be the second month of the year? It feels like 2025 just started, and we're already at the end of the first month, 1/12 of the way through the entire year. I want to know what you guys thought about this particular episode of NXT, and I have some caveats, okay? The higher the score, the better, between 1 and 10. So it's between 1 and 10, okay? But the highest score I'm going to take tonight is going to be an 8.4 out of 10. That would be the highest score, best score possible if the show had very little to no flaws to you, and if the show was absolutely recommendable to a new wrestling fan who might want to get back into wrestling. Would this be the show you would show them? That'd be an 8.4. Would you start reconsidering any of these things? We'll find out. The lowest score I'm going to take is going to be a 7.0 out of 10, okay? 7.0 out of 10 is the floor. So 7.0 is the floor. 8.4 is the ceiling. And anywhere between 7.0 and 8.4 is your golden hour, okay? I want to know what you guys thought. And you have until the end of this song to give me your score. You got it. No, big boss. You can't. What are you talking about? I literally just told you the rules, man. Stop misleading people, because you're not allowed to do that. The lowest score is a 7.0. The highest score is an 8.4. All right? Please don't spread false information in my chat, and please don't try to make me continuously address something I already addressed. This is the rules. You can give your own scores. You can give your own scores, but you should not be expecting for your score to matter in the grand scheme of what I'm doing here. I have these scores. I have it set up this way for a reason. You either take part in it, you actually want to be part of the review, or you don't. Be part of the review by posting a score within the parameters I gave you, or don't, and you're not part of it. So you make that choice. It's up to you. Christopher says 8.4. You got it, man. Thank you, Christopher. Let's see here. NXT was good, says Donovan. Barcade says 7.9. Thank you, Barcade. You got it. Thank you for your score. And Donovan says 8.4 as well. There you go. Wait, I'm confused. No need to be confused. 7.0 is the lowest score possible. 8.4 is the highest score possible. So you put a score between those two. What do I have to do to join? Nothing. Just put your score in. You're in. Let's see here. 7.7 says Strange. Thank you, Strange. 7.7. Don't listen to people in the chat who don't have a wrench next to their name or who aren't me on the mic. I'm telling you what the way it works. Don't listen to people who aren't me or aren't people that I've assigned as moderators. If they don't have a wrench next to their name, they're not officially giving you the real outcome. Just listen to me. Can we rate it a 6? No. 7.0 is the lowest. 8.4 is the highest. I've done thousands of episodes of this show, and I've figured out that when I leave it wide open to people, there are people who come in here who hate WWE, who will give it a 1. There are people who love WWE, who will give it a 10. There are people who love AEW, who will give it a 10. People who hate AEW, who will give it a 1. And we never get like a good average of people who are actually trying to think about the show. We just get people who either hate or love things to a ridiculous degree. So after thousands of episodes of this review show, I have figured out that if I have people keep their score between 7.0 and 8.4, I can come up with an average of the show where people actually have to think about, is the show okay? Is it better than okay? And we can get a lot closer to how good the show actually was as an average. If you don't want to be part of it, just don't be part of it, guys. It's just, I'm telling you, I have rules for a reason. I've done thousands of episodes of this, and I've found that most of the time, it works out okay if we do it this way, and it works out not okay if I don't do it this way. So, please, just fall within the lines. It's like when you play basketball. You can't run out of bounds and then shoot a 3, and it's worth 4 points. It's like football. You can't run out of bounds and then come back in bounds and score a touchdown. Okay? You got to stay within the bounds of the game. You got to kick the ball between the uprights. You have to execute a play before the play clock runs out. Just follow the rules. If you don't want to be part of the game, go play your own league. Go do your own thing. All right? All right, man. We'll have to put you in a little bit of 5-minute bill. What if you don't enjoy the show and you can't rate it a low 2? Then that's fine. Give it a 7. Trust me, it all evens out. It all ends up working out. If enough people give it a 7, the show will not get a point. Okay? We have it figured out this way because, like I said, I've done thousands of episodes of this. So just please understand, I've done this thousands of times before you just tuned in. And I've figured out how people operate and how people score and how people do things. And I'm just making it a lot easier for everybody in here by taking out the weirdness, taking out the haters, taking out the super lovers. And we're just getting down to the nitty gritty here. So you follow the rules or you don't. It's up to you. If you don't follow the rules, your score will not count. If you do follow the rules, your score will count. This is not a place to try to stand on a sandbox because guess what? If the show sucks so bad that it gets a bunch of 7s, it will not get a point. If the show is so great that it gets a bunch of 8.4s, the show will get a point. It's the law of averages. You don't have to stand on a sandbox, a soapbox, whatever. You don't have to stand on a soapbox. You just score it legit, and then we find out. So Strange had a 7.7. Ryan has a 7.9. Thank you, 7.9, Ryan. You got it. Let's see here. Ringmaster was 7.8. Thank you, Ringmaster. You got it. 7.7. Hang on. 7.75992. It's a very particular score you got there. Thank you, Super Mario. Radio says 7.8. Thank you, Radio. You got it. Jay says 7.7. I got you. Thank you very much. Let's see here. J Rock says 7.74. So a little below the passing score. Just barely, though. Thank you, J Rock. It all evens out. Exactly. It all evens out, and this is literally just trolls coming through. So I'm explaining myself just in case anybody really is wondering. Most people will understand. It's my show, and I run it, and I'm giving you a chance to matter. So you probably should just follow the rules, because it could be like every other review show where you just sit here and listen to one guy tell you if it's good or not. I'm not going to score. Okay, thank you, Teddy. Thank you. It's up to you, man. You don't have to score, but if you want your score to count, you got to fall within the parameters of the show, the way I scored it. And like I said, I've done this thousands of times, and I figured out it works fine with the people who want to actually give a score. It doesn't work fine with people who are just here to do the wrong thing. They're not here to actually have a conversation. So whatever you want to do, man. All right, so my score is going to be a 7.7. I really would have liked something to pop off a little bit better. This is going to be a reoccurring theme that keeps happening with me recently. I'm done with the regular episodic situation that keeps happening here. Giving Shotzi a title match is laughable to me. She's absolutely rookie status with footwork, devastation. Like, there's nothing about her that looks like a professional wrestler to me. She has a cool look, but I feel like she's more suited to be the host of like Halloween Havoc or something. I don't enjoy her wrestling. I'm always worried she's gonna hurt herself or someone else, and she's just so flimsy and weirdly put together to where it just doesn't flow well. So first of all, having a title match with her involved makes me it deflates the value of this show to me. On top of that, it seemed very formulaic. Oh, now the world champion is teaming with this, and then guess what? Next week we have the same thing with Femi and Trick. Tonight we got Giulia and Bayley as a tag team. Next week we get Femi and Trick Williams as a tag team, and it shows that the same person is booking the show over and over again, and you start to see these patterns throughout the booking situation that make it like the show is not a organic show anymore. It seems like a checklist, you know, and I don't like that. I don't like when stuff seems like a checklist. I like when stuff has like an actual movement to it. It actually has an organic build to certain things. And when you think outside the box a little bit, and this show is infamous for doing those things, okay? So, like, I've seen them do it. That's kind of why I'm bringing it up, because I know they know how to do that. I know they know how to think outside the box, but it feels like they're in coast mode, and they're trying to make it to Stand and Deliver, which is their WrestleMania. Hopefully, with the way the show ended with that... what do you call it? Like that the red and yellow and all that stuff at the end where it's just like the screen you get when a network goes off the air. Hopefully with that, we're going to get something to mix this up. I did not like how Ethan Page had such a competitive match with Cedric Alexander. I did not like that. This is part of the reason why I don't like modern wrestling a lot, because they make it too much about legit competition when your competition could be legit if you build them that way, but it shouldn't come out of nowhere. I don't like it when you have a straight up good fight between two people who have never been presented on the same stage that way. Because I feel like it's lazy. It's like it's like the formula that you see on these old like 1990s romantic comedy movies where like a guy finds a girl and she's like a janitor but she's super pretty but nobody sees it, and then overnight she's like the belle of the ball and everybody sees her. It's like, dude, I understand the emotional payoff that you get from seeing somebody go from the janitor to freaking Jenny from the block, you know, Jennifer Lopez. I understand. Okay, I understand the payoff, but when you do it too often, it loses its pizzazz, and it also shows that you have no forethought. You're not building these people into the star they're becoming. You're trying to shortcut the whole situation. It's like jerry rigging a car. You get in the car, you rip apart under the steering wheel, and you start trying to put together wires to make the car start, or you just buy a car because you worked hard for the money. You buy the car you want because it's dependable. You studied up on the statistics, you studied on the capabilities of this car, and you finally bought the car you wanted, and you drive it off the lot and you feel accomplished because guess what? The story is now complete. You put together all of this work. You sat there through the hard times, through the customer service, through all these things that you had to do, and you persevered to get to the end of the story where you bought the car you wanted and it's everything that you thought it would be because you took the time and you made it happen. Or you waited for the dealership to close, and you break the window and you hop in there and you start jerry-rigging stuff together and you just drive it off the lot because of that. And now you're waiting. Now law enforcement's after you. Now you have a broken window. You got to tape it up. You got to replace it. Like you're trying to jerry-rig the situation, and it's always worked just fine if you just take the time. But it's like I see matches like that with Ethan Page and Cedric Alexander. It's like, why didn't you just take the time to make Cedric a believable challenger? Now all of a sudden he's a believable challenger. At least there was the element of revenge. So there was story to it. He wanted revenge for his friend. So it leveled him up a little bit, but it shouldn't have leveled him up enough for this performance is my problem. Title reign padding, exactly. I don't like it. It feels inauthentic and it feels like a waste of time. And I don't like my time being wasted. I really don't. I as much as I understand this is a weekly episodic television show, and every wrestling show is in most cases, I still don't like my time being wasted. You should still be telling me a compelling story that's moving along, okay? And when your compelling story is all of a sudden there's a drug dealer as good as Walter White. He's on the scene now. You didn't see him before? It was the guy at the gas station. He's here now. It's like, what? All of a sudden, the guy at the gas station is equal to Walter White? What the heck episode of Breaking Bad is that? I don't see it, and I don't want to see it. The heck is this? Why all of a sudden is there a guy who can match wits and cookability and all that stuff with Walter White out of nowhere? Where did you build that? You're destroying the cohesive and believability of your show. Don't do it. Stop doing it. I'm not trying to see a 20-minute match between Kenny Omega and some guy. Okay? Stop doing it. And stop stretching title reigns when they don't need to be stretched. Now, a guy like Obafemi, yes, he's been built to be dominant, so that's cool. I'll say that's really cool. But a lot of cases, dude, there's people holding on to titles where I'm like, what have you done to retain this? How come people aren't coming for your head, man? This is something that needs to be talked about. This is something that needs to be understood as far as I'm concerned. It is something that does bring down my enjoyment of professional wrestling. Just make every episode matter. It's not hard. Especially when you have so many different characters and you have so many different avenues that you can travel down to make an interesting story. It doesn't always have to be about, I'm going to beat you up. No, you're not. I'm going to beat you up. Like, you're putting yourself in a box. And I can't have it anymore, dude. And I'm gonna call out every show that feels missable and like nothing happened. Like, where are we now? What moved forward here? What moved forward on any of these shows recently? Raw was pretty good. SmackDown was just a missable situation. Don't even get me started on Saturday night's main event. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's this air of complacency that is hanging over a lot of what's going on right now. And it's like, yeah, they're hot though. It's like, cool, they're hot though, but guess what? I was sitting right here in this chair with you guys doing this exact same thing when they were not hot though. And guess what? I expected the shows to matter. I expected things to happen. Didn't matter if it was hot or not. I love wrestling. I love covering this. I love hanging out with you guys. I love talking with you guys about this stuff. So it's not that they're hot. It's not that they're not. It's that the show itself needs to have a consistent cadence to where I can expect that when I tune in, I'm going to see something fun and fresh and not just good wrestling. Why is Austin Theory? I don't know. Because they interviewed him. Because they interviewed him and now they're in the match. You see my point? Like, what are we doing? We're in the same exact spot as we were. It's just they decided something's going to happen. It's nothing that had an actual progression to it outside of, oh, you said me bad? Oh, I'm bad? Guess what? I'll prove I'm not bad. I'm good. No, you not good. I said you bad. Okay, I'll see you at the pay-per-view. Like, what? Where's my hot dog booking, man? It's covered up by the fact that they're so hot right now. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's the best. Okay. So I'm going 7.7. Not a bad show. Definitely not a bad show. And absolutely a show that I would watch again. Mostly. There are parts that I would not watch. I would not watch that whole Fallon Henley match. The contrived, bare minimum basics of a match where people are out there, then they fight off and you never see them again for the whole night. It's contrived. We've seen it happen before booking where it worked before. Let's do it here. We don't understand why it worked before. We're just going to do it. And Shotzi, way too much offense, way too green. And I don't know, the future of Shotzi, I hope, is just some sort of interviewer or a person who just shows up for the spooky shows and things like that. Even Boogeyman is better than her. Even Boogeyman is more of like I'd rather see him for like the spooky shows, because Shotzi's just she's so timid and slow and unsure in her footing, and she doesn't look like she's actually trying to hurt anybody. It looks like a routine of a person who's like, I've seen wrestling before, and it just when one of your title matches on the night is her, I'm going to call you out. It's not there. It's not right. So yeah, 7.7. Not the greatest show. A show that had an opportunity to be better, but they dropped the ball. 7.7. Not a bad score. I must reiterate. 7.7 is not a bad score, but it is below passing. It's below a full point. I'd say a half a point is very, very fair. With that said, let's add all this up. That's 86.79992. 76.9992 divided by how many scores we got. I think it's going to be like 11. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores. 5 scores? If I can scroll down. Let's see. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9 scores. 10, 11. I think it's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got to recount them just to make sure. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. Divided by 11. Which equals 7.8909018181818118. Which in other words, that's a very, very long score. That in other words means They got the point. They got the point. There we go. Very good score, I might add. Very, very good score. Very, very high score. Very, very dominant score, if you will. 9. So, it all comes down to this. It all comes down to how well SmackDown is able to present themselves on Friday. How well Dynamite is able to present themselves. Collision, we're not going to watch until probably Sunday or something. So they're done. They're not winning the season. They're not getting last place even. They're out of last place even. Or well, they're in last place no matter what is what I should say. Because even if they score a full point, they won't be ahead of NWA Power. So Collision is effectively eliminated from gaining a trophy here. And like I said, that's their fault, not my fault. That's not my fault. I gave them a full point for this last weekend's episode. If they did more episodes like that, they'd probably be sitting a lot more pretty. But they chose to overexpose Beast Mortos and Hologram and just barely have anything that looks like a main event going on, and then they rushed in the Death Riders to try to make it look like, no, we care about the show, but it's like you made it look like you care about the show with something that people don't like. You rushed the Death Riders into your show to try to make it look like you gotta see this, and people don't want to see this. So you messed up, and that's your fault. It's not my fault. You put together some really good wrestling matches under the guise of a weekly wrestling show. We're trying to see weekly episodic storytelling. And if we're not trying to see that, it needs to be very few and far between that we just get great matches and that's it. You chose to prime your audience to not expect much out of your show, and you can't just throw things in there that you say matter and expect for people to be like, all right, now I'll watch it. I would say everything from Hammerstein on has been pretty money. But everything before that, you didn't give people enough, man. And it's showing in these ratings. These ratings are an average between everybody's scores, every single episode put together. These are not like my personal ratings. So Collision has nobody to blame but themselves for scoring last place in the Battle of the Brands this season. And they have no one to blame for getting relegated if we are able to put TNA in here, because I can almost guarantee you TNA is going to perform better this next season, because not just because they're partnering with WWE, but just because their show is more energetic, and you could tell that the booking, the way they book the show is that these episodes are supposed to matter, not that we suddenly care, but that they've been caring, and we're getting rewarded for being part of that. So Collision has no one to blame but themselves. It's not vitriolic fan base. It's not because of YouTubers talking trash. It's because the show has proven to be missable for so many weeks. You can't just expect it to suddenly be, oh, they're doing good now. It's good now. You know, people aren't going to just jump back on the bandwagon just because you start doing good. And we saw that this season. That's exactly what the problem is. They started doing good, but they didn't begin that way. So good, better luck next time, Collision. We might not see Collision for a while unless like Power starts sucking or TNA starts sucking. Collision might be out of the running for a little while, for a season or two. We'll see the way the wind blows, but for now, scoring last place is subject of relegation to where you're not on the board anymore, and we start filling in your spot with something like MLW or TNA. We'll see. Hopefully we don't have to do that, though. Hopefully they find a way to really kick up the hype. But that's going to be a really tough call because, like I said, you burned your audience for so many times. You did it for so long that just kind of getting back on the horse doesn't show that you know how to ride it yet. We'll see. We shall see. This Friday, we'll see what's up with SmackDown. Tomorrow, we'll see what's up with Dynamite. Can Dynamite tie it up with Power force us into looking at this looking like a crazy clash? We'll see. I don't know, man. I'm really looking forward to this. I believe. Of course you do. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. Collision will still be watched. I'm still going to check it out when I have free time. And we'll probably still cover it just like what we do right now with TNA. Right now, TNA, I still cover it every single week. TNA Impact is on the screen every single week. I don't skip it, okay? I don't skip TNA. It's just not on the Battle of the Brands, okay? This is not a look at what we actually watch. This is a look at what's actually vying to be the best brand of the season. What's vying for gold, silver, and bronze trophies. So just because Collision leaves the Battle of the Brands layout doesn't mean we don't watch it. If it's a Saturday night and there's no Elimination Chamber or a WrestleMania or any of that stuff, we're still going to watch it. I'm not saying we're not going to watch Collision, but if it gets relegated, it's going to leave that layout and we're going to stop scoring it. So it's just going to be, we watch it for fun at that point. Just like we do right now with TNA Impact. TNA is just a for fun watch I do every Thursday. We do Nitty Gritty and we do TNA Impact every Thursday. So guess what? Neither of those get scored. We just watch them for fun. And looks like Collision might be the next one we just watch for fun, which I feel like might benefit them and might benefit all of us, because scoring that show is such a hot and cold type of thing. It's like half the show is normally pretty good, and then it gets back to like the stuff that Tony wants to see, and that's where we start deflating the show. It's the reason why this last Collision was very well perceived by most of the people within the wrestling community. I would say the reason is no Jericho, no Death Riders, and good matches, and Samoa Joe starting the show and ending the show with the match between Okada and Shibata. You started the show hot, you ended the show hot, you had good stuff in between, you had some storytelling. No Jericho, no Death Riders, and you had meaningful Tony Storm thing that happened. Like you just, and then you had Harley Cameron. Harley Cameron did a great job too. So I would say that there are opportunities there, and we'll have to see if they continue. Either way, thank you guys for your scores. Everybody on YouTube, I appreciate you very much, and I appreciate your scores. Like I said, without you guys, this show doesn't work. Without you guys, it's just a show of me telling you what I think. And I just really think that it's gonna be the best for all of us that we continue doing a show that has a heartbeat and it's plugged into the community itself, and everybody gets to score these shows. Because like I said, without you guys, it's just me giving a score. You guys' scores matter so much, and they actually a lot of times override me. A lot of these last shows, if it was up to me, the shows would be getting like a half a point. But you guys' enthusiasm and your scores are lifting these shows up to the next level, to where it gets a full point instead of a half a point. And without you, that wouldn't happen. It would just be, oh yeah, half a point. So thank you guys so much for being part of the show. Thank you so much for being part of what I do here. And make sure that you guys get ready for Dynamite, because Dynamite is coming up tomorrow on my main YouTube channel, The Gritty Urban Saga. It's also coming up on Twitch, so make sure you guys get to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Gritty Urban Saga. That's the spot, guys. Twitch.tv/Gritty Urban Saga. It's spelled just like it sounds. No weird spellings, no D's and stuff like that. Get on over there, because that's where we're hanging out for the rest of the evening tonight. We got some incredible things to show off. We got some first looks at WWE 2K25. We have some incredible hangouts with superstars from the WWE themselves and other wrestling promotions. So I really hope that you guys will come on through and hang out, and I get to show them to you on the screen, not stagnant pictures of people like this. So please, I'm telling you, it's a win-win-win situation. It's a win-win for everybody. Get on over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Gritty Urban Saga. Click the link. Get on over there, guys. And for everybody who's already on the Twitch channel, stick around. because we're not done yet. But that was the chat.